The story of Sean Connery is not just one of cinematic greatness, but of resilience forged in hardship. Long before he became a global icon, his life was marked by poverty, sacrifice, and relentless determination. From humble beginnings in Edinburgh to the glittering heights of Hollywood, Connery's journey reflects the grit of a man who earned everything he achieved. Yet despite decades of success, his career ended not in celebration, but in disappointment, triggered by a final experience that left him disillusioned with the very industry he helped define. Humble beginnings in Edinburgh. Born on August 25, 1930, in Edinburgh, Connery entered a world of scarcity. His family lived in a cramped, cold-water flat at 176 Fountain Bridge, a place notorious for its harsh living conditions. With no hot water, shared toilets, and minimal space, survival itself was a daily challenge. His father, Joseph, and mother, Effie, worked tirelessly, yet financial stability remained out of reach. Connery slept in a dresser drawer as a baby, a stark symbol of their poverty. Despite these hardships, he later reflected that he never felt poor, because everyone around him lived the same way. Childhood responsibilities and early work responsibility came early for Connery. By the age of 9, he was already working as a milkman, waking before dawn to deliver milk across Edinburgh's freezing streets. He earned very little, but his dedication stood out. He memorized customers' preferences to earn better tips. The job toughened him physically and mentally, exposing him to harsh weather and social ridicule. Wealthier children mocked his worn clothes, but these experiences built resilience. Even decades later, Connery could recall every street he worked on, a testament to how deeply those formative years shaped him. Leaving school and self-education. At 13, Connery left school with no qualifications, pushed into full-time work by necessity. Education became a luxury he couldn't afford, yet he refused to remain unlearned. Through self-discipline, he taught himself to read and write more effectively, driven by a desire to improve his circumstances. He later admitted to exaggerating his education to secure jobs. This early struggle with literacy left a lasting impression, influencing his later support for educational causes. His life proved that formal schooling is not the only path to knowledge, though he never forgot what he had missed. A difficult home environment. Connery's home life was far from stable. His father struggled with alcoholism, creating a tense and unpredictable atmosphere. Money was scarce, and much of it disappeared into drink, leaving little for essentials. Arguments and frustration were common, and Connery grew up quickly in response. By the age of 10, he was taking on additional jobs to support himself. Despite the hardship, he developed a strong sense of empathy, often helping others who were worse off. At the same time, he learned to defend himself physically, growing tough in a neighborhood where fights were frequent. A sudden leap into adulthood. At just 14, Connery experienced a moment that marked a rapid transition into adulthood. During World War II, he met an older woman at a dance hall, and the encounter left a lasting impression on him. The backdrop of wartime uncertainty added intensity to the experience, making it feel surreal and transformative. By 18, he had grown into a tall, striking young man, already carrying the weight of life experiences far beyond his years. These early moments shaped his confidence and presence, qualities that would later define his on-screen persona. Joining the Royal Navy. At 16, Connery sought escape and purpose by joining the Royal Navy. He trained at Portsmouth and served as an able seaman aboard HMS Formidable. His time in the Navy exposed him to discipline and structure, offering a stark contrast to his chaotic upbringing. During his service, he got 2 tattoos that remained with him for life, symbolizing loyalty to family and country. However, his naval career was cut short due to duodenal ulcers, a hereditary condition. Though brief, This chapter instilled in him a sense of identity and resilience. Returning to civilian life. After leaving the Navy, Connery returned to Edinburgh uncertain about his future. He took on a variety of physically demanding jobs: truck driving, construction, and steelwork. Anything that paid enough to survive. One of his more unusual roles was as a lifeguard, where his physique began to attract attention. This attention led him to modeling at the Edinburgh College of Art, where artists admired his striking appearance. These experiences gradually introduced him to a world beyond manual labor, hinting at possibilities he had never previously considered. Discovering talent and opportunity, Connery's natural charisma and physical presence opened unexpected doors. While modeling, he was described as a quiet Adonis, capturing attention without effort. He even worked briefly polishing coffins, a reminder of how varied and unpredictable his early career was. Despite everything, he remained passionate about football, playing for local teams and earning small wages. Though not considered exceptional, his dedication kept him involved in the sport. These years were a period of exploration where Connery moved between identities, searching for a path that felt right. A life-changing decision. A pivotal moment came when Connery was offered a football contract by the legendary Matt Busby. The opportunity promised financial stability and a clear career path. Yet, Connery declined, believing he was already too old to pursue football seriously. Instead, he felt drawn towards something less certain: acting. This decision marked a turning point, steering him away from sports and toward the stage. It was a gamble, but one that would ultimately redefine his life and leave an indelible mark on cinema history. The first steps into acting. In 1951, Connery auditioned for the chorus of the musical South Pacific. Though inexperienced, he showed determination and a willingness to learn. This marked his entry into the world of performance, where he began to develop his craft. Acting provided an outlet for his energy and ambition, offering a chance to transform his life. The transition was not easy, but Connery embraced the challenge. Each small role brought him closer to mastering the skills that would later make him a global star. The breaking point in Hollywood. Decades later, after achieving immense fame, including his iconic role as James Bond, Connery faced a final bitter chapter in Hollywood. During the production of The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen in 2003, he encountered creative conflicts and public disrespect from the director. His concerns were dismissed, and the final edit of the film left him deeply dissatisfied. For a man who valued professionalism and respect, this experience was devastating. It wasn't about money or recognition. It was about integrity. Feeling unheard and undervalued, Connery chose to walk away from acting entirely. Conclusion: a legacy beyond the screen. The life of Sean Connery is a powerful reminder that greatness often emerges from adversity. From a childhood marked by poverty to a career that redefined cinematic masculinity, his journey was anything but ordinary. Yet, his decision to leave Hollywood underscores a deeper truth. Success means little without respect. Connery's legacy endures not only through his films, but through the strength of character he demonstrated throughout his life. In the end, he remained true to himself, a man who knew when to walk away